Bosh, all three at once. Smooth. Transition of a lifetime.
What's up, guys? How's it going? It's been a while, once again.
This is the first bearded stream in the new year, isn't it?
Yeah, 2020, new year, new me.
I'll say new year, same beard. Doesn't really rhyme though, does it?
But it doesn't at all.
It's factual.
What should we get up to then, eh?
That's the main question. How's everybody doing? Or should we put it out again to what do people want to see? Well, unless you got fancy, you're in the driving seat. Let's take what's tickling your pickle.
Go for Lago del Mundo, the classic. Lago des Mundo.
I'm surprised he didn't want to boss fish that. Hi, big timer.
Yo. The boys are back in town.
Mayaz says catch barbel.
Catch barbel. I've got to remember
like
what lake's got barbel. I can never remember on the little icons. I am just at the moment flicking through. Good.
That will bring beards to the game.
Let's get something going.
Big. One day, I'd hope.
Oh, we're going to Sunrise. Oof.
Did I, Rick's good?
Beast box.
Not too shabby.
Let's get the beast box.
Did I name that? It looks like something I don't know. I know that bass one's in there with the app ones, definitely.
Let's get going.
Is that Quadrophenia? Guy's day to catch a pike in Road Lake. It's not really a predator lake, though.
It's not, yeah.
Someone's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. They are there, but
my hair's not windswept and interesting.
It is very windy down south right now. And being on the waterfront, whew. In my car, I got drenched because it's like that really fine rain, isn't it?
I want to go the other end.
Right, how do you catch barb? Well, they like stuff like they'll carp, like I'd probably say mid-range boilie, because they don't go as big as our carp do, depending on the lake.
I've got the pumpkin head out still.
This is a festive mashup.
Hey, what's going on? I can't move.
Hold on. Oh no.
Yeah.
So this is a festive
word,
abomination.
that is...
Do you really have this?
Is that legal? I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Especially in January.
It's Nightmare Before Christmas. It's...
We don't change the pumpkin yet.
Who did that? It's like a really cheap Jack Skeleton. Let's get it going.
Still can't get pike on Road Lake. Still, well, they're definitely there. There's little under the hood added. I doubled the amount and did some work under the water to make sure they should be nearer to the banks. But
did you catch them?
Yes.
Nice.
I did. It's still not easy because they're not. It's not a predator lake really. I think there were 50 before. But
what have I got on my rods? Smelt. Sweet corn double and a monster red.
Classic smell.
Get rid of that sweet corn double. We know what we want to see over here. We want to see some tiger nuts. Not the floating variety.
Trade tricks. Hunt for Maurice. I can't remember where Maurice is. You remember what Lake Maurice is on?
Yeah, I remember Maurice, but I can't remember what Lake Maurice is on.
Let's have a go if you want. So you just hunt on the hunt for big game.
Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can reel in a fathead. See what happens. Get out of there, son.
Matt Hoare, so what's the next update, bass or carp? So we've got like a fixed update coming next. It's not really like particularly anything honed because there is an issue with Lake Miller fishing at night, if I'm aware, but we are aware of it and we have got a fix coming for it, but that's update's currently in testing. But we don't have a date yet.
We've been told by the powers that be. We don't know. Simple as.
The higher ups just...
They just shrugged.
It's a good meeting. It was productive.
Update when? Oh, yeah. Hopefully we'll try and get it out as quick as possible. We always do.
Are we allowed to... So Scooby Hotel says Mark left Dovetail fishing.
Well, sounds like you've already addressed it, my friend. Mark has left the building.
Sad day.
A little bit of my heart as well.
Get a little effing chat.
It's going to be a shame. He's been here since the beginning, like Eurofishing. He was obviously around before then because he was working on the Trains franchise as well.
Yep.
But yeah, he's left the company now. So best of wishes to him.
Yeah. Will be sorely missed.
Maurice is in Del Mundo. Oh, now it's just a case of remembering where Maurice is.
I don't have access to my documents from here. Could maybe look on my phone.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
No, the Boom Mastery Challenge done on it.
What, the Road Lake one?
I thought we updated it so it wasn't pike anymore.
Maybe they reduced the number of pike instead of changed it.
I'll have to double check that because I thought we were changing it not to pike because I know it is a species in there, but yeah, that lake really isn't designed for that. Meant to be scarce, as I know that being a real world lake, that data's based on what they provided. I don't think we're trying for barbel at the moment. I think we're just going for henchest game we can at the moment. You're going for hench catfish, I guess.
I've got smelt.
The big boys.
Smelt. 20mm dumbbell. Dumbbell? What? I'm at the gym, bro. 20mm tiger nut, and I've got an 18mm boilie out. So hopefully get something big. I mean, this fight already seems like it's got potential. It's pregnant. Pumpkin head, man. It's a good job this isn't an FPS or a third person shooter because that's blocking the screen up. Easy headshots on Pumpkinhead.
He's got a bit of a big cronder.
Yeah.
He has to be like one of those bookie hit markers where it just wouldn't count on the signs. Oh no.
Must have been off the smelt that. Got a Northern Pike. It's only £15.
Oh baby. Mohammed he's gone to work on Fishing Planet.
No. If he went to work on Fishing Planet, that would be traitorous. That would... Phew, there wouldn't be a little bit of my heart missing. That would be my heart torn in two.
Twisting that knife.
Can't even joke about stuff like that.
Too soon.
Scooby cheat. Oh man, I did actually laugh really hard when I saw those leaderboard usernames. Success breeds jealousy. Scooby hates. You remember that?
Yeah, it's nice to see they're not salty about it, right? You know, such good sportsmanship. I see through the community post.
Those well-known Xbox hacks.
They're pretty rampant, apparently. Bit sad, though, isn't it? Should be celebrating and like aiming to get better, not just.
Reminds me of our youngest brother when he's playing Fortnite. Literally every time he dies, he just a hacker is a hacker. It's like, no, stop that. Accept defeat gracefully. Be humble.
Yeah. What was that, Mike? Learn and get better, not just accuse.
Scooby Hayes.
But I think it's the same when you're at the top, innit? People love it, don't they? They love to rile it up and try and knock your confidence or what, but
every game has its drama, and this is Fishing Sim World's drama.
There seems to be anyone who's in the top tier literally puts a target on you for accusations and abuse, which is sad. It's the same a lot of Smash pros get that. Like, if they're like the people who've been number one for a while, like they get so many booed by some people just because they're good. It's like,
I think that's a little different, isn't it? That's almost like fat. Like It's one thing to say.
I don't know if I'd ever.
It's one thing to say, "Hey man, that guy's cheating," when he's not cheating. It's another thing to be like, "Oh yeah, I don't want that guy who always wins to win again."
Would you boo him?
I don't know.
That's what I mean. Fair enough if you don't want him to win. But like some people go to tournaments and they just boo at him, and it's like okay.
I don't know what he's like as a person, though. To be fair,
Yeah,
so
true.
This is the other thing.
Yeah, that's fair. But I don't know. It seems a little unsportsmanlike. It's a little barbel
Yeah,
off the bat. There you go. You did it.
I deliver.
What do you want next? Just rack them up, and you're like, gosh, get it out.
I'm a beast.
There you go. Barbel. Boilie. That's quite a big boilie for a barbel, I thought.
That was 80mm, wasn't it?
Mm.
That was.
It's a chubby. There you go. I wasn't wrong then. Boilies. Get on it.
Yeah. It's anything that a carp will take, barbel should take, really, I think. Pretty sure.
Matt Hall with hashtag beards 2020. I've been told I can't shave my beard off.
And by who?
People.
Okay, that's vague.
Well, it's not the only person. Like, I remember, because you did the same as well. I cut all this off. Must have been 3 years ago now.
Yeah, it was a long time.
I regretted it, but everyone else was like, "You look well weird."
I remember I grew a beard, and you was like, "I'm going to grow a beard too," and I was
I was
like, "All right,
"I'm gonna be
whatever.
like Barry."
You do you, mate." The eels. You know what? I saw an episode of Mighty Boosh recently that has some eels references in, and poof,
I haven't watched that.
changed my opinion. I
What's that?
don't know if I want them in the game.
Well, didn't reinforce it then. Oh, yeah. Scooby says it's funny. Up, down, left, right makes all fish double in weight in matches. That's it.
Nice.
It's got that sneaky hat.
It's all about that insta catch, man. Oh, yeah.
So, is it STR8 shots?
Straight shots,
Is
mate.
it straight shots?
The 8 is
Oh,
like
yeah.
8 in straight.
Thank you.
It's alright, you need like at least 20 IQ to.
I'm old. Hey, Bresky, stock ponds a thing yet? No, they're not yet.
What am I doing? I'm just sort of like maybe going a bit zen there. I was just like moving the rod around. I don't think I was really watching. I was like engrossed in the conversation.
Scoobies, hashtag eels, Darren the eel, stock pond. This goat thing keeps coming back.
Yeah.
And dedicated servers. Dedicated servers has got to be top tier.
Oh man. Dedicated services is stuff of dreams.
Highest tier, in my opinion. That'd be a big game changer.
Your top tier changes every week though, doesn't it?
What was it last week?
Beards probably.
No, it was top.
The week before that, it was probably being able to sit in the chair at the peg.
Oh, yeah, we did that. Did I say that was my top tier?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you've made some statements like that. I'm pretty confident.
You're probably right. Logically, though, I think dedicated servers would be the biggest game changer, though.
Mm.
As much as I'd like to sit in that chair, don't get me wrong, it's still on my list. But yeah, for multiplayer-wise, it would give us so much scope to do other stuff. But that's a hench job. Straight shots, night, your stock pond's a main ask for me. So if you had a stock pond, what would you want to do with it? Because we've really explored that from asking you, because no stock ponds come up, but
Just always say we want stock ponds.
not if we just gave you a pond with no fish in it, it'd be like, done, next.
Well, that would be a pond without stock, wouldn't it?
It's like just got a warehouse container in the middle
That would just be pond.
with a warehouse box stuck. Done.
£36 5 ounce common carp on the old tiger nuts.
It's girthy.
He was hungry.
There, would you want to be able to fish someone's stock pond, feed them, like an import thing? I don't really know what else you could do. But yeah, do you want to be able to morph the terrain if you can on like an actual editor first, because that's a big ask. Again, it's quite a big scope for an idea that I still don't actually know what you'd actually want to do with it. So that's why I'm asking. Now, how will we get different bass rigs like Alabama rig, Texas rig, Carolina rig this year? Don't know. Hard to say. It's something we've explored in the past, but it's not something I've seen on the immediate timeline. See, Shep Treble 7 wants to put a whale in the stock pond.
That's not a pond. That's not a pond anymore.
What if it's the size of just a whale?
But that's still... it's not got any water in it. It's the size of a whale, has it? Where's the water going?
But it's like enough just to fit the body in it. You get nothing else in it.
That's just a whale. That isn't a pond.
It's a whale.
It's a whale in a hole in the ground.
It could work. I'll be up for that, I think. But that's all you want. It's just a hole with a whale in it. Can you sort the 10-foot new Sonic rod to stop the side casting option as it does my nutting? Can I have a look at that? Didn't know it did. So you remember straight shots is stock it with fish and control the population, how fast it populates. Is that a little bit outside the realm of realism? I might feel like you should be able to put fish in it, but would you not want it more like based on how you feed them is how they grow and what other species you put in there?
That sounds like an entirely different game. That's like a fish farm simulator.
Pretty much, yeah. But instead of being able to just go, I don't know, if it's then it more just like an editor than if it's just like you just want 100 carp in it, for example. I don't know. I'll find it an odd one. Mohammed Curry, we need a shop to buy the boss fish and put them in the pond to buy it. With TP, you're about to buy the boss fish.
That'd be a cool thing. It would, maybe not even buy them. Maybe if you catch them, you can then put them in the pond.
Or both, if you have to catch. Then you can buy them and put them in your pond to have a little mooch. Because people got loads of tackle points in there.
Yeah, people have got so many tackle points that it's like just adding a step, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Big timer is when the stock pod come in and also the dedicated servers. They're not on the old roadmap yet, that's all I do know, unfortunately. But fingers crossed one day. Lewis H, is there a way that we can see what bait / lures we've previously caught fish on for future reference? Only I guess if you took a picture of your cat shots, because it tells you what you've caught, but there's no way to look on by a lure basis after the fact, like a history. It was a good idea.
That's something we wanted to have in the past, but it sort of ties in with the server stuff in there.
It's a lot of data.
The more data we store for each, like it might seem silly, it might seem like it's only a few extra things that we need to store for a player, but if you spread that out across the data, across the player base, it actually ends up with us having to store a lot more information than what we were before. We're always trying to overcome that challenge. Like, I think it always seems to be able to. We always seem to improve on that kind of thing, but yeah, that's something we need to work on.
Scooby Hayes. Also, if you've spoken to Des about making the comps the same temperature. He's mentioned it before, but I don't know if he's done anything yet. Craig Trickster, boss fish finder is needed. Would that make it a bit too easy? I understand people want them. If you just had a fish finder that just points them out, I'm presuming is what you'd want. Might be a little... Seems a little out of the realms of simulation to me. Mohammed Curry, no, we want to buy them for tackle points. Scooby Hayes, I'll fill my stock pond with eels. Will it be in the shape of an eel? Like eelception then? Oh, Big Bug says hi at Dovetail. Just had an idea. Is it possible to get a bite alarm receiver at the top of your screen so we can see when the rods are going off when we are playing a fish? Not a bad idea. Quite like that. I'll pass it on to the UI team. Scooby Hayes has got nearly 7 million in tackle points.
7 mil, that's absurd.
So if we do each boss fish at a mil each, then you get 7 of them for your pond.
A mil each, does that sound fair to everyone else?
Or 1 whale for 7 mil.
I'd like to see someone pick up the game now and look at that price and be like, what on earth
What
is
is
that
this?
about?
How much does a whale really cost? 7 mil? Straight shots, I'm going to put 1 pike in my stock pond and call it gigantic. That'd be similar then, as long as you got some fat carp in there, you can't just put 1 pike in there. George Bond, when will pole fishing come out? Don't have a date on that, but we always want to add more fishing.
It's good to have fishing in a fishing game.
More fishing. All the fishing. Scooby says quiver tip rods would be nice as well. Agree with that. Gilroy24, did the Discord page ever get set up?
£44, not a bad going. That's the sort of fish I want to slap on the belly. I reckon it will sound quite bassy.
You're going to put it on the map though when you do it there, right? You know,
I'm not going to play it like a drum. I don't know, I kind of want to play it like a banjo. Just slap it on the...
I think that goes against the old Fisher friends, mate.
Yeah, but it'll be like a friendly slap,
And well,
you know.
does it get to slap you back? Then
Well, you can try.
That's something fair trade. You have to hold it to your face and let it, you know. You seen that fish jump out of the water and slap someone?
I don't know if I have.
Oh, that's good. It's on the move as well. Off boats drive around and it just knocks his
Flying
hat.
headbutt.
Yeah, knocks his hat off while it's doing it, but
Nice.
gives him a nudge. Scuba's a way. Who do you want to give tackle points to? Scuba's was a way to give tackle points to other people
Oh, he's talking about, like, I'm guessing...
and share the wealth.
Yeah, that'd be quite nice. I don't know how easy that would be to set up. I think not a lot of people would probably use that. But, yeah, that would be pretty awesome. I suppose you could help out the newer players. Be like, hey, man.
I guess you could set up your own tournaments for tackle points. That's the only other thing I was thinking you could maybe do with it in the future. It'd be nice. Like, set a little part up yourself.
Yeah, well, I kind of liked the idea of that as well. I remember I wanted to have it so that players could set up a tournament and then sort of bet their tackle points in it, kind of thing. But I think it's steered too much on the side of gambling for us to put that into the game.
There is that issue.
There's probably is a way of doing it where it's more friendly than making it come across like that. I'm not sure. We'd have to think about it. The other thing is, what's it matter betting tackle points when you got 7 mil in the bank? you're just gonna chuck it.
Gilroy24, any news on that trolling boat? Not that I've heard of. Clousy101 asks, can we fix the game please? You need to be a little bit more specific on which bits. Because we're always looking to fix stuff. Fish care. I'm at least offering the fish a free hit back on Aaron if he's gonna Subjected to a belly slap.
Fish might like it.
That's true.
You don't know, do you? You're going to tell me the fish told you, hey man, don't do that. Just giving it a little belly rub.
Mohammed Curry says, mate lost Gigantes, the big cat, for 250k TP. I could see that. Do you want like a special offer on the Don family though? Does little Don come cheaper if you buy a big Don?
I don't know.
Little Easter egg, they have another little Don, because that was the idea I think with Lost Gigantes, he's the offspring, right? Some fish lore for you. Back in day. Oh, Scottish had an option to buy a new tackle like landing mat from old Flex Naix. Yeah, that's been on my list for a while. I'd like to be able to change the tent, the landing mat, the rod stand, the bite alarms, pretty much anything that's on the peg I would like as an option. I hope one day we'll get it. Scooby Gaze, or make it so we can pay each other to fish the stock pond while you make it.
Yeah, that would be cool. Just being able to go to each other's stock ponds in general is a cool idea. Check out each other's masterpieces.
Straight shot. How about career money opposed to tackle points? Still going to fall on the same issue that it's kind of close to gambling. Whatever one we do. I thought I was going to burp.
And then you didn't.
No,
and then you told us that you was going to.
Well, I just stood there like this. I thought people might think I'm a weirdo. I wasn't just like freezing.
They didn't need you to do that. Don't you worry about that.
I thought I was being polite and then just looked like a weirdo if I was like freeze framing. Hashtag service from Mohammed Curry. We're to make career money great again or do something. So the idea for the career earnings was mainly just to show, like, I guess over time how much you'd earn as an angler. I know I guess it seems like you can't spend it. The tackle points were always meant to be, because we did talk about doing two different things you could buy with it, and it was just like, is that going to be more confusing? So we went down the route of just keeping tackle points the same system because it was what was familiar from the previous game. I hope that makes a bit more sense.
There was also the issue of if we used real world money as the currency for items in the tackle shop, it sort of turned into this thing where we're looking at the items, we're going, well, that wouldn't actually cost that in real life, which kind of made it a bit more confusing, we thought, as well.
I mean, currently every little helps, like shopping at Tesco. More of an Asda man myself.
Are you pushing Asda?
Yeah. Not sponsored though, just to be open, but I do like a bit of Asda.
You like a bit of As. You do you, bro.
You're a big one-stop man, I know.
Mate.
You wish you were sponsored by One Stop.
I do my weekly shop at Aldi. I'm poverty. I have cast very far out, big timer. I couldn't remember where the boundaries are of where. To be honest, I can't definitely remember exactly where Megalodon does spawn, but I was thinking if I just cast far out, maybe that, like, in theory, that should be in the area you'll be able to swim to. It's quite a big area, but I just can't remember where the borders are.
You in the Bay of Cats bit?
I'm in the what, sorry? Oh, I don't even know if I'm in the Bay of Cats. You know, I just went near the dam. I just remember it being close to the dam.
You named the area.
Yeah. What? How long ago was that?
Well,
how many lakes have we released?
We've done a few lakes, but I thought you were quite happy with the little Bay of Cats name.
I don't think I named it Bay of Cats. I don't think I said Bay of Cats.
Why am I remembering you talking about it? Clousy games broke. So here we go, a bit more. So playing online tournament on the cart and done £445 in 20 minutes. Then game does dead and you can't even buy a bite. Well, you might have to move sometimes. The fish bite rate, you know, like real life, it's not just a guaranteed fish spot all the time. Again, try changing your bait up and stuff again, like in real life. So I wouldn't really say that's an issue.
Here we go.
I say sometimes I've gone fishing for a whole day and caught nothing. So, and we're a lot more lenient in this. Like, you wouldn't ever go a whole day without catching nothing, but it does happen. Stephen said you're fishing into Preza.
Yeah.
Meg is at the dam end of the lake. So you are in the right spot.
I am, yeah, nice. I'm so heavy-handed that when I cast... Oh, no, that's nicer. Let's do this then.
So I think that's the other, see a straight shot. So you want guaranteed bites, go to Lake Talon. I think Talon needs dialing down a little bit. Or maybe I'm wrong.
Sounds like your job, mate.
Did we make Talon? No, it's third party, it's not.
Yeah, it's third party.
Oh, got me worried then. Otherwise it thought it was my job. Thrown myself under the bus.
No.
It's been like throw in there. But I guess this always comes to the never-ending balancing act we've always had. We make the game harder. Some people don't like it, some people do. We make it a bit easier. Some people like it, some people do. I don't think we're ever going to win or have that perfect balance because it's really difficult.
Well, a game like this is one of those things. When it's wrong, the people... Well, this is subjective, so it's not like it can be right or wrong as such. But if you have it one way, the people who do like it, they're not going to say anything because they're like, oh yeah, nice, this is how I want it to be. But the people who don't like it will be outspoken. But then when you change it, those people that were outspoken before are now quiet because they're thankful that it's the way they like it. But then the people who were quiet at first are now like, hey man, what have you done? So yeah, you can do it. You can go back and forth quite a lot.
Someone said, no, I've tried everything. Feel like the game doesn't like me.
Scooby Hayes, you casting too far out, underarm cast at 60%. Are you a basic cast control man?
I thought he was elite. I mean, I think he'd still win.
Yeah, 100%.
But you know you're...
Destroyed me.
But you've got that total on your side.
I could have went underarm there, to be honest. What length rods I got? Yeah, 13 foot.
Inch.
That's what I'm casting out so far. Fair play. Guess you know what, credit where credit's due. You can outfish me any day of the week, but I'm all about that finesse. Yeah, that pure skill. No AI assistance. I can cast my own rod. Like a man.
Zooey said, Big Time said what Clownsy is on about does happen. But would you not... It happens in real life. And if I made it, you caught... Because I could go to my desk now and just dial up every bite rate to... Like, you'd catch one instantly. Would that be enjoyable? I don't think it would, wouldn't that? Like, that's all my thing is. It's like, you shouldn't... I know it's weird to say, but you shouldn't be catching fish all the time, every time.
I wouldn't 2v2 a cheater. No way. I'm not about that life, Scooby. You know, I've got a reputation to maintain. I wouldn't want to entertain a hacker such as yourself. In all seriousness, you know you would destroy us.
This is Straight Shot's first time watching the stream live. He normally watches it on the old tube.
Oh, nice.
So, nice to have you live.
In the chat, getting active. That's what we like.
Getting involved.
See, Scooby Hayes was talking about casting out at 60%, but I think he got his number wrong. When he said 60%, that's what he sets his fish catch assist hacking tool to. About 60%, because then it looks like it could be real.
Like he's missed a few.
Yeah. Don't wanna get them all in.
I'm mad. But you know, it's still it's even the problem we have like testing it really, because the fish, like in a real live fish, has loads of factors that will make it attracted to a lure, but that's not like a guaranteed chance that it will happen. So in some instances you can just be very unlucky and that amount of fish just won't bite. But I'd still say that's true to simulation because it happens. But I don't know if that's fun. I guess that's the argument really, isn't it? Or the balance that is not having an insanely high bite rate fun to play.
I think it's in a good spot when you have to think about, like, at the very least, you need to be thinking about the equipment you're using. I like that, you know, there is a benefit to picking up a silt rig and casting that onto a silt bed, and you will see better results for that, for example. I like that for sure. And then, yeah, I mean, the rest of it is, like, it's so subjective and it really does vary from person to person.
Scooby-Doo's got a few codes that might help you out. It's going to slip you that little...
Send them to me on a private email and I'll make sure to wire you that money over.
Just / add fish fat semicolon.
That's the coding I do to add boss fish. Plus big fish equals many fun / new line. Baker was here.
Straight Shots asked what's in the next update. The only thing we confirm at the moment is it's got a fix for the Lake Miller issue not being able to be played at night, but otherwise I cannot disclose what it is. That's someone else's job. But we haven't got a date yet. Mohammed Curry, any news on the river? Still in development. I haven't seen it yet, but I hear musings about it going on, so I know it's going on.
For a date for the next update, your best bet at the moment is to just keep an eye on social media, Facebook, Instagram, all that lot. Potentially it will get revealed in a stream in the future. I can't say for sure, but yeah, if you keep an eye on the social media pages, that should do the job. Keep you up to date.
Oh, I'm trying to get comfy. Oh yeah. Joe Cooper, will sea fishing be added? And hope you had a good day. Oh.
What a lovely man.
He is a very lovely man. And it's been alright, it's been busy as usual. But we haven't got any like immediate plans to do sea fishing. It's definitely something we'd like to explore, but not right now. Undead Frog, all these console guys are cheaters. Wow. He's casting that shade net pretty far.
The thing that annoys me about fishing on console is how much aim assist they have. Ugh, disgusting.
I think you can animation cancel faster on that controller. Who else is animation casting? You was big about it in Overwatch.
It was relevant.
Same relevance. Different subject matter.
I haven't had a bite in ages. This new spot sucks.
Well, I was going to say you could just sit there or you could do something about it. It looks like you've already taken action into your own hands in the form of spot rod.
I control my own fate.
So you're carving your own destiny.
Exactly.
That light probably glaring in my eyes.
My jumper kind of matches the...
Skyline.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if you stand up.
Nah.
I was going to say you'd be banging line.
You
then.
can't tell me what to do.
Well, I can. It's just whether you choose to do it. That's different.
Yeah, well, I'll give you that.
I think it started off a little. People talking about cheating now.
Yeah, well, they're talking about cheating. On the flip side, Clousley 101 is saying Mo is well wrinkly. Don't know if that's true or not, but no one said he isn't, so I can only assume he's pretty wrinkly.
Oh, excuse me. Do you mind if I have a go in a minute after your next
Oh,
one?
I've got a bite, yeah, go for it.
I thought I'd let you do Big Biz announcement, which is the lead. You like doing that, didn't you?
Doing what, sorry?
Big Biz.
Big Biz, oh. Yeah, I really like reading out like 20 names. It's not that you can't be bothered, it's definitely that I like to read it. Just like a laugh, like, oh yeah, good joke. Definitely not the truth though.
Just say no comment, that's what you do in the TV shows, right? I don't have a lawyer here. You can't prove nothing. Oh no, didn't anyone see our publisher weekend? It was mainly for trains to publish weekend for the old Festival of Rail. I like the gift though. I don't know if anyone in the chat is it just pure fishing everybody likes, or do any of you have a little bit of crossover with the old train stuff? I'll give you some other Big Biz though. They've got a little sale running on some stuff.
Is that still running?
Yeah, one of them's this. So you can get 50% off Lago. And you can get 50% off the Quad Pass. The Quad Pass doesn't include Lago. I think that's right. Is that right, Steve?
I'm pretty sure I even saw Talent on the sale list when I looked at the weekend.
I have to confirm it for him. I think that's right.
Come here, come on.
Scooby Hayes plays 8 hours a day.
£40, nice.
So
Take over.
I think I might go somewhere else though.
Louis H, I work on trains, so definitely don't want to play a game involved with them. Yeah, I can get that.
So question was, Steve, it's 50% off Lago and the Quad Pass, but Lago isn't in the Quad Pass, is that correct? Is that still going?
I've heard Sam sits in the toilet all day combing his beard. Can you confirm?
No comment.
Okay, so Sam does spend a lot of time sitting down in the toilet. I did wonder what he was up to, but now we know he's combing his beard.
Gotta maintain it, innit?
What's going on with all these questions? How long is Scooby's toes? Scooby, are you able to provide some info? Get the old measuring tape out? Come on.
Throw them details in the chat.
The real question is, do you count the toenails as well?
I would say no.
But then it feels like if you count the toenails as well, like with enough commitment and willpower, you can have the longest toes. Do you know what I mean?
I haven't seen one in a while for the old Guinness World Records, but they have those ones where they like curl, don't they? It's grim.
Oh my word.
Sorry, I'm going back to basic.
Yeah, that's enough about toenails. Size 4 foot, size 5 toe. What does that even mean? Oh, you've gone for a sudden. I thought you was going to go to a different lake.
No. Same lake, different peg.
Okay.
Fancy go on the log.
Still feeling festive.
Yeah. No, on that mid.
Get him out there.
That's it.
Give him a little spod in. Oh, Mo with the pork scratching toenails.
That sounds grim.
Oh my word.
Stream's definitely taken a turn for the worse.
It's got dark.
I'm not feeling it. No, thank you.
Obviously, when you've got a body as beautiful as Sam's, he's just not used to hearing this kind of...
No, I can't do it. No.
Salty as well, so you know the flavour. Scooby feels bullied.
Little barbel on the old tie nut.
Oh, nice. That's bigger than the barbel I got, so that's a nice little start. I think I had £11, maybe? I can't remember.
Not too much. Oh, that's alright.
It had a bit of curve to it.
Oh, that noise is though.
What noise, sorry?
Behind.
Oh, right, yeah.
That beep. Yeah, it was a nice little flick on it.
Scooby, if you're letting Mo do that, mate, I hope you're charging him. I hope you're getting a little bit of money in your pocket.
The ghost of publish.
My Tackle Box DLC keeps disappearing and I have to download it again. Any suggestions? What platform are you on? PC, Xbox, PS4? This conversation, I'm pretty sure this is just going to keep going now. Something's started. Everyone's been triggered. What can you reel in though, mate? Can you do better than a £40? Was it a mirror or leather? I can't remember now. God damn it.
44?
Oh no, I did 47.
Nearly 50.
I thought I did 37 and 34.
Nearly big fiddy.
Oh, I ended weak. I thought I ended strong. Not that I should complain about having caught a bigger fish than that.
That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes though, isn't it? I keep playing on this one. Should be playing on this one.
I do that sometimes.
It's easier in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah,
Maybe that one should be over there, but then the camera... No, that'd be fine. We'll put the camera on that one.
Yeah.
And you swap these round. No luck now though. Nothing. I'm going to move it.
You guys play TSW? I don't play a lot of TSW. I've dabbled in the past here and there. But, yeah, full-time fishing. Full-time fishing, my friend. Sam used to work on TSW quite a bit, actually, back in the day. His original role at the company was as a tester for TSW.
Back in the day, yeah, when Sandpatch Grade was merely a blank route was when I started. Now it's gone leaps and bounds from that.
I was quite lucky. I started off as a tester on fishing, and then I moved into a design role. For any of you OG players, it was the first thing I worked on as a developer was Urban Lake, Foundry Dock on Eurofishing, the first tile. And that was when I started to spread my wings.
Started to flex your developer prowess.
When his Uncle Des back on, he catches more fish, gents. Well, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you, mate. They normally have a rota schedule thing going on for who'll be streaming on what weeks. It just basically comes down to when he'll be free. And whenever they want to do the stream for him, it'll be down to Stephen, basically.
Another barbel. Right, here we go. It's animation cancel time. Bosh. Those milliseconds. Saved. Not really a hack, but you know, that could be the difference between getting another fish on.
So you've said on like every other stream we've ever done.
I'll say it again.
Loved Foundry Doc. Can you put it on for you? Oh, do you mean put it on in a minute? I don't think we actually have Eurovision on this console. Yeah. Wait, are we on? No, we're not even on console. Are we? We're
on PC.
Yeah, we're on the PC. Sorry, I got confused because we're using the controller. I always do that.
We could do it Euro, I think.
We haven't got too long left, to be honest with you, mate.
That's true. Maybe next time we make sure we got it. We're going to do like an OG stream.
An OG stream. Revisit the classics.
We go back a few years. Mate, I'm pulling all the barbel out.
I really liked working on Foundry Dog just because, obviously, I think that was the first DLC we did for Eurofishing. And obviously, the game had been out for a while. But it was a lake that was just very different to any of the other stuff that we'd done. So it was just like really interesting to work on. It was nice having like a really different change of scenery. Yeah, it was a good lake, that one. I liked it.
Old Lago was my first.
Lago. That one was quite nice because you had like loads of areas where you had like 4 pegs very close together, so it's like good multiplayer play, wasn't there? Well, obviously a lot of our lakes have got like pegs close together and everything, but I don't know, there was something about Lago that just seemed particularly accommodating for groups of players. Were koi carp new then as well? Was that our first lake with koi carp?
Might have been.
So that was I think it was, because Lago I think is the Lake of Gold or something like that translated.
That was pants.
Oh yeah, I agree, Scooby. The gameplay is definitely 100% better in this game than what it was. It's a bit of nostalgia, isn't it? Like, it's always easy to look with rose-tinted glasses at the past and just be like, oh, remember this, remember that, they were awesome.
Remember the challenges though?
The challenges?
Yeah, like get through the hoop.
Oh, the challenge mode, of course,
I really liked them.
Yeah, I think I preferred some of the challenges to the others. I was pretty good at distance cast. Some of them had very similar names, so I think we had like time trial, time attack. What was the fourth one? I can't remember. One of the challenges, though, I used to hate having to test that one because it was just so hard, man. The Golden Lake, yeah. Lago, I think the straight translation is like Lake of Gold or whatever, but yeah, the Golden Lake. Can you look at adding the ability to search for a specific map when searching online games? Something to think about. I think it would be nice to have a feature like that, but I'm not 100% sure how much that would affect the speed of the matchmaking. Like, let's say that you queue into multiplayer, you're like, look, I only want to play on 2 lakes. It means that you're automatically getting written out of, let's say it was only 5 lakes in the game, speaking hypothetically, you're already saying that you don't want to be in 3/5 of the games that are happening at the moment. So you would have to be prepared for longer waits for that. I imagine, though, that would be something that we would have to think about. Again, that would be something tied maybe to dedicated servers.
Weird curve on that one.
Scooby's like, he wants to see some Eurofishing gameplay next week. Time is like, no, just give us, stay in the present. Don't go to the past. Get in the old DeLorean and play some Eurofishing. Oh yeah, St. John's in Eurofishing as well. I think that was like, St. John's was really nice. Just the fact that it was a real venue, and I just remember, like, I used to go to some of the fishing shows where we used to demo the game to, like, well, it would just be at big, like, angling conventions and things like that, and people always got excited for St. John's, and they'd always be, everyone knew who Big Plated was, so it was really cool having him in the game, him or her, whatever it is.
He's on the old cover, isn't he?
Yeah. We've still got some posters of that around the office with Big Plated on.
Did Big Plated die, though, or is it still alive?
I have no idea, actually, to be honest with you, mate.
I think it might be Big Plated.
Really?
I think so. I know we've got a few fish that have like deceased or been deceased that have been.
I remember in Manor Farm we had some boss fish that were definitely like dead, basically. But I think we did make it clear in the description that they had actually. I think we like labelled them as like lake legends or something like that. Old school hour next week. Well, yeah, we can always get on the old, get the retro wave out. Maybe play a bit of synth in the background. Undead Frog wants Escape from Tarkov. Have they got fishing in that? I don't think they do.
All I know is I've got a cat on. I could be here a little while.
You got a fat cat.
Yeah.
JD asking about the sea fishing. No plans at the moment. We're not ruling it out, but yeah, definitely like no immediate plans at the moment for sea fishing, unfortunately. Oh, and Mo's just double crossed Scooby. Scooby wants the old school hour. Mo's backed him, and then he's went, nah, not really. He's a villain.
Egg on his face.
There we go. Steven says we're not against the idea of trying other games on stream. Tarkov may not be one of those, though.
Yeah, definitely check Tarkov on.
I mean, Dr. Disrespect plays it, and he's a family-friendly streamer, so...
That's what we like.
Oh, you got the cat in. £110. Nice.
Got big. You girthy boy.
Shame our cam covers up the fish head. Oh, mate.
Lost that one, haven't I?
Oh, look. JD plays Ark Survival Evolved. I haven't actually played that. I didn't realise that had fishing in it either. There was actually... So this is from Eurofishing, but one of our guys actually ended up going to work on Ark. I'm not sure what he's doing now, to be honest with you. He might still be there. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
A few people move on to some big studios, haven't they?
Yeah. It does happen. Gaming's industry is a lot of... Well, I suppose that you're more limited with the places you can go.
I'm saying both ways. We've got some people who've been big players in.
Fortnite has fishing, yeah, I'm aware. I used to play a lot of Fortnite. I played it like once a month now, if that. The fishing is pretty cool. I like that you can get loot from it. I wouldn't call it a fishing simulator for sure. I'm glad to say that we do fishing better than Fortnite. That makes me happy. That would have been a sad day if they came out and just smashed it out of the park. Any news on upcoming lakes? Afraid not at the moment, Scooby. Yeah, there's nothing to announce that we're allowed to talk about. Unfortunately, you know us. We're low on the food chain.
You know, that kind of clout to throw that info around.
Phew. Yeah, I saw Far Cry has fishing in as well. Again, I haven't tried that one. I've seen some video footage. Their fish do look nice, though. I was quite surprised. I do keep meaning to pick that game up. Every time I keep thinking there's going to be a sale on it, I'll pick it up, and then I just don't do it. It'll happen eventually.
Something like Red Dead's is the other one that's not bad.
Okay, yeah.
The fishing the actual experience is a bit simple, but their species list is quite impressive. And their rivers look really good. So I have to give them their due. The water in that game is absurd as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it is Rockstar. Everything they do is normally on that kind of scale.
Yeah.
Because I saw like GTA 5 was still the highest grossing game of the decade.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I mean, it does prove that if you do it properly and you're willing to put 5 years into the development of a game, and then you're willing to support it as a live service, then it really can pay off for you. But it's just having the money to be able to do that in the first place as well. Obviously,
it's not an easy thing to set up, is it?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they're smashing it out of the park. Like, I really like the way that they do things. They don't try and spread themselves too thin over loads of crazy different games. They know what they like and they do it well. I wonder what Red Dead 2 budget was. Yeah, I mean, I would dread to even think about what that number is.
Crazy.
You got to think like how many. Like, I don't know what size their dev team is, but then you've got the marketing team, HR team, QA testers, and then you got to think that they've all been on a payroll for 5 years without the product making any money. Oh, there we go, Stephen. The internet says it was $265 million. Woohoo!
Yeah. But yeah, can't knock what they produced.
Obviously, that's not official, yeah. But obviously, they're in a good position to be able to afford to do that when they've got GTA going and they've got everyone spending money on the core game when that first releases, and then they've also got all the money that they're pulling in from from the microtransactions in GTA, which is helping support the next game.
That fish like tried to burrow its way into the ground.
Wobbling traces for pike fishing would be good to cast the dead bait out and retrieve it. Wobbling traces, unless I'm mistaken, I don't think we've actually spoke about those internally, to be honest with you. So we could actually do a bit of research. If it's something that's easy to get in, maybe it'll happen.
A little pike.
You saw it, did you?
Okay. Maybe. No. Maybe a carp. Thought it was thin. That could just be a thin carp.
Come on, get her in, son. Bit of welly.
Try, but I don't want to lean on her too hard. She's not out of energy yet.
Oh, cheers for the tip, Scooby. Yeah, we'll have a little look into that. Lots of fish species in farm together, but you don't need to fish, just buy them. Sorry, when you say in farm together, do you mean, is that a game called Farm Together, or do you mean, are we talking about the stock pond again? Those shark cards are a rip-off. 8 million for £55. Disgusting. That's how they get you, mate. I mean, for the average player, yeah, that's going to be way too much. But the thing is with these business models, which is, it's hard to wrap your head around because it doesn't seem sensical, I know, but the fact is that even though they make a lot less sales putting it at that price, they still make more money doing it like that because of that top 1 to 10% of players who are making those purchases. It's pretty crazy, but yeah.
If not, it increases their playtime, because if you're going to grind it out manually, then it puts their playtime up. So either way,
yeah, they're winning.
So not that I can knock it. I've been there.
I dabble in the odd microtransaction. I'm not afraid.
That exact microtransaction I've bought. I don't think I've bought 8 mil, but I've chucked. Probably done at least half that in one go. But
I remember you actually. Yeah, I remember you did make it. I can't remember what you got. When you first started playing again, you was like, "Oh yeah, I bought this pack to give me a little head start."
Yeah, it was quite handy for the business setup. Now I'll make my own dollar. I need to get back on GTA, but
Oh, wait a minute. So, what was
Destiny.
that?
The Destiny monkey is definitely real for me right now. Just keep looking at guns.
Okay, so Farm Together is a game similar to Farmville. I haven't actually heard of that, if I'm completely honest. Is that browser based, Facebook or something, or is that like a console game? Add more different fish in Gillums and Iquitos. We will do that if we can. It basically comes down to, like, let's say if we do a new venue and it's set in a new location we haven't done before, we then go like, right, are there any species that are going to be key to this venue based on its location? And then once we have those species done, we go, right, would these be in any of the lakes we've already got out? And if they are, we put them in. I'm not 100% sure I know some of the species that we work on, but I don't know what one of those would go into those venues. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is if we get those species in the game, they would be in those lakes, we'll put them in. Oh, okay, Farm Together is Steam and console. I'll have to have a little look. I was just being ignorant there. I hadn't heard of it before.
How dare you?
I know.
You work in the game industry and you don't know every game on the market.
I know.
You should probably just resign.
Can you do a lake next to a power station where the fish come out with oddities, i.e. extra eyes, for example? Just an idea. I'm picturing, what's his name from Simpsons?
Like the three-eyed fish.
Yeah, exactly. What is it? Is it called Blinky? I think it is.
Yeah.
You need to look up atom fishing.
No, you don't.
It's not the most polished game.
That's,
Is it free to play? I'm not sure.
might be.
It's pretty absurd. It's it's interesting.
It's something.
So is the stock pond being worked on yet or no? No. We're not working on the stock pond at the moment. I'm just asking questions. I misunderstood what someone else was saying. Sorry, I hope I didn't raise hopes there. Only to destroy them again.
Dash them exquisitely.
What can I say? I'm a dashing guy. Modest too.
Bites have slowed down.
Now I can see the splashing around you, so hopefully something takes it.
I need a bite sign.
Thing to remember here is we have got very big baits out, so we're already limiting
What we're gonna get?
what we can get. Yeah, and one of them's a dead bait as well, so that's already like predator only.
Not too far off. Big fan
There we
of
go.
the line clip. Can't ever get it wrong then, can you?
I find with the line clip sometimes I still cast too hard and it sort of bounces
Oh yeah,
hard
when
in
it does
one way.
that.
Yeah.
Snap back. Fatty catty, innit?
So if you map some new species of cats onto what you've already got in game, then you could put new species in Iquitos and Gillums then. So if we did a new venue and it was in a location that was like, oh yeah, look, we really need to get this species of catfish into the game for this venue to work, or it would be a really big thing for this lake to have those species of catfish. We'd then make the catfish, and then yeah, if they were supposed to be in Iquitos and Gillums as well, we would add them there too. That's typically how we do things.
Got a fat cat.
Obviously, if we could just keep doing species, honestly, like it just wouldn't stop. I think we've done a good job of getting species in over the course of like the last year. Obviously, it's just one of those things where there are so many species you can do, and we don't want to just get stuff in that looks, half baked or whatever. We do like to get the fish models looking proper. It's not really good grammar, but that is what I mean, I guess.
I think you're right. It's definitely something we hold ourselves probably highest accountable for, is making the fish look right.
Yeah, for sure.
It's another fatty catty.
Did you see it?
Yeah. No.
How about adding Peacock Bass to Lake Johnson, Peacock Bass in Florida, and with it being a fictional lake, shouldn't be any legal issue. There wouldn't be a legal issue. But you can't catch peacock bass in that venue, though, right? You wouldn't be able to catch them in that state.
Yeah, it's not always legal. It's sometimes geographical.
Yeah. So even though it's not a real venue, and like we could technically do whatever we want with a fictional venue, we still try and make it realistic. We don't want it to be like, it's still a simulator, if you know what I mean. Like, even if we could just fudge some things up, I know that it's not a real venue and anything can sort of go, but yeah, we try and at least stick to the geography. So like even when we had like set up the fish weights and everything, even if it's a fictional venue, we do our best to try and find out what state records are and things like that to make sure we don't go too high or too low based on what that state or region has seen before. There is peacock bass in Florida. We can have a look into it. I'm not promising you anything. I'm not telling you, hey man, we're going to put peacock bass in those lakes, but we can look into it.
Smaller than my other catfish.
If there's a lot of them there, then that just gives us even more reason to, I don't know, yeah. Like I say, I can't promise anything, but we'll look into it.
So £76 on another take on as well.
What was that, another catfish, £76? Yeah. It's not a bad going, is it? Caught 2 cats.
Yeah. Been alright today. There we go. £109 of this biggie. I got 2 bites. So I'm going to do these 2, and then I think that might be curtains.
Oh, what, you're going to get this one in and then...
Probably just this one. Maybe the other one, if this is only a small fish and I have actually time to reel in the other one.
If
it gets off the hook, then...
How about a separate match comp being run for pole fishing, add poles, use the pole cup? So, yeah, pole fishing is one of those things where, we've spoke about it very briefly. It's definitely not in the immediate future. Well, I mean, this is the thing. These things can all change based on, like, you know, how much people scream for certain things to go into the game. But at the moment, that isn't a priority for us.
I might have time to get the other one, you know. 21.
Make us a river or lake with sturgeon and eels in. Just sturgeon and eels. Get those hashtags rolling, boys. Feeder fishing. Again, that's something we've spoken a bit more in depth about feeder fishing than we have pole fishing. I wouldn't want to give you a date for anything like that. We haven't got anything concrete being worked on for it. Just discussions. Steve, can we have the tournaments back to how it was before you guys started putting certain species on them? By that, do you mean back to how it was before we started making it so you had to catch specific species, sorry?
Or just like total weight, anything.
Anything goes. No bars held. Prison rules.
Just no shanks.
Unless it's a shank hook. That's fine.
Don't know, still a shank.
But it's a hook.
I think that makes it okay.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
What's the last?
Everything goes. Oh, baby.
It's the last mystery fish of the stream.
Big Timer J, everything goes, just like his Friday and Saturday nights.
I thought he was going a different way with that.
Have you considered Lake Minnewanka in Canada? No. Wait, have you just made me say that?
No, you had this last time, I think.
Oh my word.
Where you didn't want to say it. I'm pretty sure we've had talked about this one.
Was that? Oh my word. Then I've just got a very poor memory and I didn't do my research.
Last time I think you stopped and was like, can I say this? But it might not be this.
Maybe that's just where my mind goes, I don't know. It's my fault. That's a reflection of me, not you.
If not, they got you. I don't know what you call that kind of zinger. Misguided.
Yeah.
The misdirected.
It's true. Yeah, I believe you now. It's instantly, it's like, okay, I've been put in my place. Just got a rancid mind. Assume the worst of people. No, don't sack me. I'm going to go back to my desk and the P45 is going to be already there.
I think I beat your cart by a pound.
Oh, not well, mate. You won with the catfish anyway,
Yeah,
I think.
different species for that. Good sesh.
That was nice. Unfortunately, though, all good things must come to an end.
It's that time.
It's that time again, where we got to go back and do real work instead of sitting here playing the game.
Yeah, we got a nice mix.
Yeah, mate.
There you go.
Well,
Lovely.
thanks as ever for coming and watching us, guys. Hashtag P45.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's Swampy Dog. Yeah, it was good to have you, man. Thanks for coming and checking us out.
Thanks everybody for checking in.
Clousley, now I know, I'm pretty confident you're definitely having me on there, mate. I'm not doing a shout out for you there. Alright, take it easy, guys. Thanks for everything. And yeah, hopefully talk to you soon.
All you want.
Alright, see you later.